Th Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Yes? Hi! Hi, everyone. So this video usually has sound. I'm sorry about that, but we will get you the link so that you can hear it and feel it with all your senses. So thank you very much. It's a true pleasure and honor to be here with so many inspiring minds and hearts that are doing something every day to accomplish the SDGs from every corner of the world. Thank you so much for the UN campaign, to the BMW Foundation for inviting me and my team. So we are Education for Sharing, and our mission is to form better citizens. Better citizens that can reflect, play, and act upon whatever they're worried about. Hi. The clicker is really hard. Okay. So we are all familiarized with these great global challenges that are identified by the UN, all the members. And we wonder in Education for Sharing, but where do these come from? So it's really hard. I don't know how this clicker works. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, so the next one, yes. So we believe in Education for Sharing that all of these great global challenges have to do with behaviors and attitudes that are learned and can also be unlearned, that are patterns such as corruption, violence, apathy, and discrimination. We believe that these are the root cause of all the challenges that we are facing. So it's easier to learn that these are not normal when we are children. And that's why we are certain, positive, that we can fix them. How? We believe that being aware of the SDGs and combining the awareness of the SDGs with civic values in practice is a true powerful solution to change the system. And so we have created this international organization called Education for Sharing to form better citizens from young ages through the power of play. We do this with girls and boys, mothers and fathers and tutors, with teachers from all kinds of backgrounds that you can imagine, from the mountain, from the coast, from the jungle, from the city, because this is a universal methodology. Everybody loves to play, even if we remember it or not. We adults also love to play. And so these are the values that are present in every one of our games, activities: empathy, civic, gender equality, fair play, teamwork, responsibility, respect, tolerance. And we have 4 programs where children learn about the Sustainable Development Goals through different perspectives, through science, sports, art, initiatives. And Initiatives for Sharing is project management for children. So after children gain awareness about the Sustainable Development Goals, they understand that they are most worried about, for example, the environment or gender equality or whatever it is that worries you in your community. And then they set out a project that they can accomplish in their community from today. So they vote in their community democratically, and they, for example, if we choose someone from the class that we love their idea, we all work on a project that they proposed. It can be creating a theater play for gender equality, or it can be a campaign on recycling garbage, or it can be really we have the most amazing ideas to stop waste, to produce more empathy in the communities, etc. So we do this in a one-year methodology, so we really work deep. We work with the schools and with facilitators, with local change makers, to make sure that this is really something that people every day own. It's not something that we come and say, listen, it's important to act on the SDGs and then we go away. We really stay for 1 year in every community to make sure that the change makers locally realize that they are, and they can truly bring about change. So in a normal session in Education for Sharing, we will play, reflect, and act. So the games that we play, for example, have you ever played dodgeball? There are 2 teams, and every team there is a ball that usually tags you, right? But the ball in our game, it's called Dr. Dodgeball. And this ball represents a disease. So children need to make strategies to avoid getting the disease, right? And so there is a doctor in each team with a number of medicine shots, but as it happens in real life, the medicine shots run out. And so children start going out of the game as it happens. And then at the end of each game, we make our circle of reflection where children come up with their own conclusions and they realize how important it is to prevent disease, what can they do from their local communities to prevent disease and to inform others of what they can do. And we actually measure all of this. So the games are the most powerful vehicle to realize in practice fair play. If there is a reduction in violence, gender equality increase, participation increase. We are working currently in 7 countries, and our dream is to reach the entire world with an education for sharing. So, next one, please. So, here, how do we fill the void of raising awareness? What do we need to fill the void in? Raising awareness about the Sustainable Development Goals, but guess what? The Sustainable Development Goals need a very strong, solid platform of civic values. Because if we are going to change something, we need very strong values like empathy, gender equality, tolerance, respect, teamwork to accomplish them. And so once we raise awareness, children are inspired to act. And then there is someone like Ramon, who in a community in Mexico from the mountain, in a very remote indigenous community, he decided he's going to make a campaign to pick up all the trash. And so, I don't know if you can see, but Ramon don't have any more space in he doesn't have more space in his body. He has a yogurt plastic in his throat. And these are the kind of change makers that we are trying to form from very young ages with children, parents, teachers. All the community needs to get involved. This is another one of our change makers, of our 900,000 change makers so far. This is Karim. He was the shyest kid in a school, and he became a superhero. His campaign was about recycling garbage. And so imagine if every kid in the world discovered the superhero that lives in him or herself. We work everywhere. In every play is universal. So that's why we can work everywhere with you. And so far, in 11 years, we have been privileged enough to work with over 900,000 people. And with you, we can reach the entire planet. So there are 3 things we want to invite you to. There are 3 things we need to take education for sharing to any corner of the world. We need talent, we need access to educational spaces, and of course resources. So if you know any of these 3, we can do education for sharing together. Thank you so much.